Adobe Illustrator animation. In this video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about Adobe Illustrator and how you can animate anything that you want on this amazing editorial software. Now, to animate and create an animation using Adobe Illustrator's vector files, what you're going to do is you're going to click on New File. And once you click on New File, you're going to open up a custom ratio of 1000 by 8000. And when it comes to the artboards, you're going to open up 10 artboards. All right. So once we do that, we're simply going to click on create from here and we're going to wait for it to load us in. Now, once we're loaded in, what's going to happen is things are going to look something like this. Okay, you're going to get 10 of these artboards. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be adding in a fill color in each of them. Okay, and we are going to change all of them to a specific different background color. Now, the reason I do that is because we don't want the whole, page or the whole outlook to look the same. So what you can do is you can either use the gradient tool or the mesh tool to pretty much go ahead and change the whole color outlook of the design. Now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go with an orange, or let's go with a darker shade of yellow. Okay. And once we've done that, what you're going to do is you can either use the blob brush tool to basically give it a big stroke. So let's say I'm going to increase the size of my stroke to 100. All right. And once you've done that, obviously you're going to make sure that the stroke size is big enough to be applied on the main section of your design. Okay. It all depends on how you choose to operate it and how you choose to work along with it. Now, over here, what we're simply going to be doing is we're going to add a fill layover to our design. Now, once we have created our intersections of designs, what you're finally going to be doing over here is you're going to zoom in on each and every individual block. Now, let's say we have this one block here, right? Now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go over ahead and choose the ellipse tool. And let's say I want to create an animation of a ball colliding here to here, okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with a normal ball, okay? We're going to do that. And what we're going to do is we're going to give it a red fill. Okay, so this is going to be our ball. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to align it into center. And let's say it's dropped off from here. So I'm going to copy and paste. Now, once you copy and paste, again, make sure that it's perfectly aligned in the intersection and the positioning of both of them is extremely uniform, because in the case it's not uniform, then that will cause some issues with your design. So as you can see right over here, it's on minus 1104.64 and on a dy it's 0. So I'm going to keep it at a 0 and we're going to keep it right here. And you're obviously going to do the same for this as well. You're going to make sure to keep it at a 0. And we're going to keep this at the intersected 0 as well. There we go. And just like this, we're going to bring it slightly lower. Okay, again, at the intersection. There we go. And you're going to go ahead and continue the step until you have gotten all of them in the correct position for yourself. All right. So at the intersection, there we go. Then you're going to add this again, add it to the intersection. There we go. Make sure it's perfectly aligned with the one above. There we go. Then add this one aligned with the one above. Beautiful. And obviously, if it goes a little higher or lower, don't worry, because that is what we're going to be doing in the design as we move on. So I'm going to add this ball over here as well. Go ahead, paste, add it over here, align it well. There we go. And finally, we're going to add it right about here. All right. So once this is done, now what you're going to do is you're going to take this ball and you're going to make it slightly flat. Okay. You're going to change its whole setting. Now, to change its whole setting, what you're going to be doing is you're going to click on the shape. And what you can do is you can transform the general outlook of your design by simply using the main tool of transformation right about here. And what you can do is you can use the whole transform outlook right over here. which helps you go ahead and change the different stylings to your design and work around with it in different ways. So obviously you're going to make your design a little pixel perfect. And once we have done that, what you're going to want to do from there is transform your ellipse in different methods. Now, to transform it even more for yourself, let's say I'm going to keep the main height normal, and I'm going to go ahead and change this setting to, let's say, 50. Now, as you can see, it's looking like that, and I want it to look like that because I'm going to bring it right here to the top, okay? Because the ball just collided with the top, right? If we're going to make it look like it's bouncing off, we're obviously going to want to make it look as realistic as possible. So once that is done, let's go ahead and bring it slightly lower as we go on about. Okay. And once that is done, let's go ahead and bring it even lower than that. Okay. And now slightly lower than that. And then as you go on, lower, finally bring it here. And then once that is done, we're going to do the same for the second last for what we did to this one. All right. And I'm going to bring it right here. We're going to remove this one. Go ahead, make sure it's perfectly aligned with the center. There we go. It's in the intersection. And now you're going to collide it along to there and bring it slightly up. So as you can see, now we've created our animation. Now what you're going to do from here is you're going to click on export and you're going to go to export as. Now once you have done that, make sure that you do go ahead and export all of the images. So, to do so, simply go over to file, go to export, go over to export screens. Okay. And once we have done that, you're going to go ahead, export the artboard, and replace any PNG that does work along with it. And once that is done, now we have a proper artboard of these different designs. So what we're going to do to make it into an animation is we're going to come over here and we're going to go over to a website called easygif.com. Now, EasyGIF is a website that basically allows you to create GIFs out of images. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to GIF Maker. We're going to go to choose files. I'm going to go to D, go to O, and you're going to select it in order. So that's the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and 10th. So once this is done, you're going to click on open. And once you click on open, simply go over to upload files. Okay. And once you click on upload files, you're simply going to wait for it to load up. And once this is done, what you're going to do is you're going to click on make a GIF. And now that we've clicked on make a GIF, you're going to see that your GIF is going to look something like this. So as you can see, it collides, comes down here, collides, goes up, collides, comes down here, goes up, collides. So, that is basically how you're going to be making a GIF on Adobe Illustrator in the easiest way. So yeah, that is pretty much all there is for this video. Thank you for watching all the way till the end. If you enjoyed, please do make sure to drop down a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to be seeing all of you in the very next video. Have a great and amazing day. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.